Right now, as you're watching this, four invisible architects are designing your next decision. They've been building your life, choice by choice, for years. Most people never meet them. You are about to. Every choice you make, what you say yes to, what you walk away from, how you spend your time, who you become, is being shaped by one of these four architects. And here's what's fascinating. You are already working with all four of them. You just don't know it yet. By the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize which architect is active in any moment of your life. And that recognition, that is where freedom begins. Let me introduce you to the four architects who have been designing your decisions. First, there's the inherited architect. This architect designs from collective wisdom, everything that's been learned across generations, cultures, families. The inherited architect asks, what has worked before? What's stable? What is responsible? When you think, this is how it's done, or people like me typically, that's your inherited architect speaking. This architect builds from proven patterns and creates continuity. Next is the reactive architect. This architect designs from experience, especially from challenges you've faced. The reactive architect is brilliant at pattern recognition and asks, what could go wrong here? How do I protect what matters? What have I learned? When you feel that intelligent caution, that voice saying, remember what happened last time, that is your reactive architect. This architect builds safety and creates sustainable pacing. Then there's the external architect. This architect designs from social intelligence, reading the field around you. The external architect asks, how will this affect my relationships? How will this create socially? How can I contribute and connect? When you're thinking, how will this land with others? Or you're aware of the relational dynamics. That is your external architect. This architect builds connection and creates beneficial influence. And finally, the authentic architect. This architect designs from your core, your deepest values, your natural resonance, your inner knowing. The authentic architect asks, what do I actually want? Does this feel true? And what honors who I am becoming? When something feels deeply right or deeply wrong at a level you can't quite explain, that's your authentic architect. This architect builds alignment and creates meaningful expression. Four architects, four completely different ways of seeing the same decision. And here's what's important to understand. None of these is a problem to fix. These are tools, perspectives. Each one has something real and valuable. Let me show you how they work. Imagine you're offered a career opportunity. Same situation, four completely different perspectives. Your inherited architect looks at it and asks, is this a stable path? Is this respected work? Does this build on what I've already established? Is this responsible? Your reactive architect asks, what are the risks here? Can I handle the challenges this will bring? And what if this doesn't work out? Do I have adequate preparation? Your external architect asks, will this enhance my professional network? How will this position me? Does this create beneficial connections? What doors might this open? Your authentic architect asks, does this genuinely excite me? Does this use my natural gifts? Does this feel aligned with who I'm becoming? Is this meaningful to me? All four perspectives are valuable. All four are seeing something real. The inherited sees the wisdom and stability and proven approaches. The reactive sees the intelligence and preparation and realistic assessment. The external sees the truth that we exist in relationship and connection matters. The authentic sees that alignment creates sustainable energy and meaningful contribution. Here's where it gets interesting. You're already using all four of these architects right now. You always have been. The challenge is this. Most of the time, you're not conscious of which one is speaking. So one architect might be making all of your decisions, and you don't realize it. Or different architects fight for control, and you feel confused, stuck, paralyzed because you're getting four different recommendations, and you don't know how to integrate them. Or this is the most common pattern. One architect is so loud that you can't hear the other three at all. When you can't see which architect is active, you don't have choices. You're just following an unconscious pattern. But when you recognize which architect is speaking, everything changes. because now you can ask, is this the right architect for this decision? What are the other architect's suggestions? How do I integrate these perspectives consciously? Does this shift from unconscious reaction to conscious choice? So, what does this mean for you? What can you actually do with this? Well, starting right now, you can begin building recognition. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to become balanced across all four architects. You just need to see which architect is active. Here's your practice for today. Actually, for this week. When you make a decision, any decision, big or small, pause for just 5 seconds and ask yourself, which architect just spoke? Was that my inherited architect saying this is my responsible choice? Was it my reactive architect saying this feels too risky? Was it my external architect saying this will create good connections? Was that my authentic architect saying, you know what, this just feels right to me? Just notice. Don't judge. Don't try to change it. Just recognize. Because here's what happens when you build this recognition capacity. You start to see options you couldn't see before. Before, you might have thought, I have to take the stable job, or I can't risk that, or I should do what looks good. After recognition, you see, oh, that's my inherited architect recommending stability. That's valuable information. What do my other architects suggest? You move from unconscious pattern to conscious choice. And conscious choice, well, that is freedom. In the next video, you're going to learn exactly how to recognize each architect in action, the specific language they use, the feelings they create, the value they prioritize. You'll get clear on which architects you rely on most heavily and why that's actually a strength when you use it consciously. But for now, just for today, just practice noticing which architect is designing your decisions. Well, you're about to find out.